All right. What is good, YouTube family? It's your boy, Austin Wayne, the gambling degenerate, and you are now tuned in to another episode of The Answer Key, where you guys got the questions and I got the answers. Last week we had our best results yet, and we're going to see if we can do better than that for week 7. Last video caught a little bit of heat. Let's keep this fire going, guys. Let's keep this hype going. Remember, anything you say in the comments section is way more important than anything I could say throughout this video, and I am looking forward to answering some questions for you guys. This is a brand new channel. One of the goals I have is to get to 100 subscribers first, so if you could help me out with that, I would truly appreciate that. Stay with me till the end of this video, and I do have a parlay that I think you guys could win some money on. No financial advice. Without any further ado, let's jump right into these week 7 picks. Alright, week 7 football, we have made it. I'm ready to make some more money. I'm jumping right in there. First game of the week 7 slate, Thursday night showdown. We got the New Orleans Saints heading to Arizona to play these Cardinals. I'm pretty sure that New Orleans is going to be without Lattimore. They're going to be without Thomas. They're going to be without Landry. I'm pretty sure Arizona is going to get DeAndre Hopkins back this week, thank God. And they just got Robbie Anderson. The spread is 1 point favored to Arizona. The underdog has won the last 2 weeks, actually. And I'm pretty sure the under's been on fire as well. I'm going to go with the spread of Arizona. 1 point for this. I think DeAndre Hopkins does make the difference without Lattimore in the lineup. I'm taking Arizona with the spread at 1 point. I'm taking them outright. And I do think the Saints will slow down the offense a little bit in the beginning of the game. So for that, I will take the under. Again, it's on fire lately. Under 45.5 points. Moving on. First game of the 1 o'clock slate, we got a nice divisional matchup. We got the Cleveland Browns heading to Baltimore to play Lamar Jackson and his Ravens. You know, the Ravens just had a sad loss last week against the Giants. I think they underperformed. Let's look here. I don't know if the Browns are going to have Myles Garrett in this matchup or Denzel Ward. Let's see here. The spread is 7 points favored to Baltimore. It's tricky to me. Since this is divisional, I'm going to give it to Cleveland Browns at plus 8.5 in this matchup. I will take Baltimore Ravens to get the victory. They do need a divisional victory here. And the total is 46 points. Baltimore's defense has just been looking a little softer than usual lately. I'm going to have to go with the over in this matchup. So over 44.5 points for me. Moving on, we got the Indianapolis Colts heading to Tennessee to play these Titans. I know the Traylon Burks is on IR. Indianapolis just looked really good last week for some reason. Matty Ice looked nice. The spread is 2.5 points favored to Tennessee, the home team. That's not going to be enough for me. I think I'm leaning towards Indianapolis here. I'm going to give it to Indianapolis at plus 4 points. I'm going to take that. I want that. I take what I want. I'm taking them for the money, and the total is 42.5 points. Indianapolis just scored way too much last week. I'm going to give it the under, so under 43.5 points for me. Moving on, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers heading to Carolina to play these Panthers. You know, PJ Walker didn't look too good last matchup. I don't know about the interim head coach. And Tampa Bay Buccaneers had an embarrassing loss against the defenseless Steelers team. I do think they come out with some fire this matchup. The spread is 11 points favored to the away team, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm going to have to rock with that. I'm giving it to Tampa Bay at minus 9.5 points. I'm taking them outright. And the total is 40.5. Seems a little sketchy to me. Probably a defensive game. Both defenses pretty good. I'm going with that. So under 41.5 points for me. Moving on. We got the Atlanta Falcons heading to Cincinnati to play these Bengals. I think the Bengals got a little lucky last game against the Saints. I thought the Saints played pretty good. Excuse me. Atlanta's defense is just looking better and better each week. The spread is 6 points favored to the home team, the Cincinnati Bengals. I don't know if I like that. Something about the 6 is sketchy to me. I'm giving it to Atlanta at plus 7.5 for this matchup. I'm taking them for the money, and I'm going to take the under in this matchup. So the total is 47.5 points. I'm buying a point under 48.5 points for me. I do think that Atlanta's defense is going to sack Joe Burrow a couple times. Moving on. We got the Detroit Lions heading to the Cowboys. You know, Lions just came off a bye week. They should be nice and rested. Cowboys had an embarrassing divisional loss against the Eagles. Pretty good game, though. It's 7 points favored to Dallas here. I don't know if Cooper Rush can do that much against Jeff Okudah, Aiden Hutchinson. So for that, I will give it to Detroit at plus 8.5 for this matchup. I will give it to Dallas to win this matchup, though. Their defense might be a little bit too much for the Detroit offense. And, you know what? I don't know. The total is 48 points here. I will go with the over, actually. I'm going to go with the over in this matchup. Detroit's offense it's good. The Dallas defense might have like a pick 6 or something in this game. I'm going with the over 46.5 points. Moving on, we got the Green Bay Packers heading to Washington to play these Commanders. I know Carson Wentz will be out of this game. Taylor Heineke, however you say it, is going to be the starter. He's actually not that bad. Green Bay has kind of been depressing lately. They just lost to the Jets. I do think they come out with some fire in this matchup. For that, you know, this is a hard one, though, because Heineke's going to have some hype behind him. I'm going to give it to plus 7 points, Washington Commanders for this game. I will take the Packers outright to win. They need a victory bad here. And the total is 41.5 points. I think Heineke might actually be just as good, if not better, than Carson Wentz. I'm going to bet the over in this matchup. So over 40.5 points for me. Moving on. We got the New York Giants heading to Jacksonville to play these Jaguars. This is going to be a really good game, I think. I think this might be a shootout. You know, Saquon Barkley's looking like a stud, and Trevor Lawrence is coming on strong with Christian Kirk. The spread is 3 points favored to Jacksonville here. That's not going to be enough for me. I'm taking the Giants at plus 4.5. They have been playing well, really well, actually. I'm taking them for the money. And like I said, I think this is going to be a shootout. So I'm going to take the over 41.5 points for this matchup. Moving on. We got the Houston Texans going to Las Vegas to play these Raiders. Raiders just coming off a bye week. They need a victory bad here. And the spread is 7 points favored to them, the home team. I think this is my lock of the week, actually. I'm pretty much guaranteeing the Raiders win this game. I'm going with them at minus 5.5 points for the spread. I'm taking them outright. And I do think that this is an over. And the total is 46 points. So over 44.5 points for me. And that's my final answer. Raiders taking it this week. Moving on, we got the Kansas City Chiefs heading to San Francisco to play these 49ers. You know, Chiefs had a close game last week against the Bills. You know, Bills one of the best teams in the league. San Francisco just lost to the Falcons. The Chiefs are favored by 3 points here. Something is sketchy about that to me. I do think San Fran, nothing would get their crowd more hyped than beating these Chiefs. I'm going to give it to San Fran. I feel it. So San Fran plus 4.5 points. I'm taking them for the money. And the total is 48.5 points. I do think, for some reason, that the defenses show up, especially San Francisco's in this game. The defensive line gets a lot of pressure on Mahomes. I'm taking the under 49.5 points in this matchup. Moving on, we got the Seattle Seahawks heading to LA to play these Chargers. You know, Chargers just had a good divisional win against the Broncos. Seattle's been playing really well lately. They only scored 19 points last game, though. I don't know if Geno is going to be able to ball like he has been against this Chargers defense, who seems to get better each week. This is a hard one for me. This might be a really close game. With that being said, I'm going to take the Seattle Seahawks at plus 8 points in this matchup. I will take the Chargers to win outright. And I'm taking... the total's 51 points. I think that the Seahawks kind of surprised people here. I'm going to take the over in this matchup. I don't think that they're going to be able to guard Mike Williams, and I hope Keenan Allen comes back. So I'm taking the over 49.5 points for this matchup. Moving on, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers heading down to Miami to play in this heat to match up against these Dolphins. You know, Steelers had a very surprising win last week against the Bucs. I don't know if it happens again this week against another good defense. I'm pretty sure Miami Dolphins is getting Tua back this week. That's going to hype the team up a little bit, and I feel like it would make the people happy to see Tua get a victory here. The spread is 7 points favored to the home team. I'm going to have to rock with that. I think I'm rocking the Miami Dolphins at minus 5.5 points. I'm taking them outright. And you know what? This is Sunday Night Football. I think I'm taking the under in this matchup. I will take the under 46.5 points. Defensive game, I feel like. Moving on. We got Monday Night Football. We got a good matchup. We got the Chicago Bears heading to New England to pay these Patriots. You know, Chicago Bears have been playing like trash. New England Patriots have been playing on fire. I do think that this is a trap game. My trap sensor is going off. You know, the Patriots are favored by 9 points here. Yeah, I just don't think so. I don't know why. I think the Chicago Bears have a team huddle. They talk it out. They plan a good game plan against these Patriots. I'm going to give it to the Chicago Bears at plus 10.5 points here. And I want to see some comments. I'm feeling loony right now. I'm picking the Chicago Bears for the money to surprise the world. And I will take, the total is 39.5 points. I'm taking the over. I feel like Mooney has a big game, you know. Something about this game is sketchy to me. I could be all wrong, you know. I'm crazy as hell. I could be wrong, but I'm taking the over in this matchup as well. So Chicago plus 10.5. I'm taking them for the money. And over 38.5 points for me. All right. Just so you guys know, we got a little parlay this week. A little parlay I think you guys could win some money on. I got a 5-teamer. What I'm going with this week, this is not financial advice, but I'm taking the Ravens money line. I'm taking Bucks minus 9.5. I'm taking Packers money line. I'm taking Raiders minus 5.5. And I'm taking Dolphins money line. And my bookie, $100 on this will turn into $650. If this hits, you can thank me later. Those are a couple of my parlays picks for this week. Now, if you enjoyed this content, do me a favor, my friends. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button. Do me a favor, remember anything that you say is way more important than anything I've said throughout this whole video. I do hope you enjoyed the content, and I look forward to getting some money this week. Let's get it.